They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Baylor Bears, taking on the #1 team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Bears will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. They're the new #1 team in the country. What do they need to do to stay in that spot?
Well, and it's cool to see this team earn that, right? Like they haven't been #1. They had to go get it on the field, and now it's got to stay on the field, Jesse. One game that
There he goes! Got the first down and still on his feet. The 40. The 30. Turning on the Jets. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. He'll call for the fair catch here. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air on first down. Dances away to buy time. Got a man. It's Washington. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Makes the catch. It's Prentice. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And you don't see this very often, the big defensive linemen. You see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer? When it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception.
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch?
Grabs it inside the 15. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. And the Gamecocks have taken it inside the 20. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, South Carolina! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Indiana unleashed a furious offensive attack and reminded folks in Bloomington of what things were like when Lee Corso was in charge. An A-plus performance from the Hoosiers. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is because, as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route runner. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Back to throw, it's Robertson. Moving away from pressure. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Snagged in the middle. It's Cameron. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball a wide receiver. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
They're going to run it. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them everywhere. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on. Some kind of...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bears! It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. One man in the backfield, and he gets it.
And That would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Trying play action. Trying to get behind the defense. Got it in stride inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fair catch called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Robertson. Catch in the middle, it's Cameron. Still on his feet at the 45. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
With the catch, it's Wilson, and he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Unloads it left. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
They'll run it from the gun. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds the tight end. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. Push down for the tackle.
And I know it's not a 1st down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave him.
Oh, he makes the catch. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
To the ground with the back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
This guy reminds me a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation. And
it's a running room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Mississippi State delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the SEC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Stark Vegas. Never know what can happen when 2 good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. Touchdown, South Carolina. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
Is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. White going to attack through the air. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. The quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. The sure hands, it's Wilson. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Bears want to crank the tempo. Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down and brings up 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Grab near the marker. It's Prentice. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Bears, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Catch in the middle. It's Washington. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. White wants to throw it. He makes a grab. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw. Looking to get it in. They will score! Touchdown, Baylor!
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Might be changing the route. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
South Carolina, 35. Baylor, 14.
And the Gamecocks will kick it away to crank up the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. White going to attack through the air. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
To the air on second down. Sets up the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously bucking.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
Throws to the tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incomplete.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Bringing it back. The 30. And he was weaving his way and finally brought down around the 23-yard line.
And coaches and players, a lot of times, they call it instincts. But it's just a knack. It's just a feel. It's something that's inside of you. This guy consistently feels where the ball's going. That's interception number 8 on the season.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he makes the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
And the Bears are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
First play of the drive, it's the end around. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He might want another play. They'll run play action. Escapes the sack. Using his feet to buy time. He'll try to do it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape scramble and go pick up the first down. That is a killer. If you're the defensive coordinator, you've now got to find more ways to get pressure on this guy and get him on the ground.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Sellers. They're setting up the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Vanderbilt is running away with things. And boy, if this keeps up, the party is on in Nashville tonight. They're up by 28 over Marshall. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. That's caught. It's Prentice. Still running at the 40. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. White wants to throw it. Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Off the RPO, complete. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Turns it on in midfield. Busts through behind his pad. And he will finally go out of bounds after after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. The Gamecocks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Trying to set up the screen. It's a seam wide open. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. And man, they're taking advantage right now.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. He's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Well, this guy must feel like he's running into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. White going to attack through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work through this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Yeah, in 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Right down the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Emerson, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games and we're in a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. And the Bears kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the fourth. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.